Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your English class. I hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. So, dear students, today we will revise tenses, and I'm sure all of you must have learned the tenses when we discussed them before. And today we will again go through the tenses once again. So, first of all of you must be knowing what is a tense. Tense tells us about the time of the action, that when some action has taken place or whether the action occurs in the present time or the action will take place in the future time. So based upon that, we have three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. So today we will be discussing about the present tense and past tense, two kinds, simple and continuous. Okay, so first of all, let's go through the simple present tense. Now, when do we use simple present tense? Simple present means when we are talking about the present time, this time present at this moment of time. And where do we use it? When we talk about the habits of any person, when we talk about general facts or truths, right, which are the universal truths, and when we talk about any future plans or schedules, but like if we are planning to do something in the future time, or we will do that in the coming future, then also we use present tense, and present truth, right now, what we are doing. Okay. Now here, the very first example I have taken, I always drink coffee at work. Now this is my habit. Okay, the habitual things, I always drink, always indicates here that this is my habit, that I always drink coffee at work. So drink here is the verb, first form of verb, this is my habit. He speaks rudely, this is his way, that he always speaks rudely, no matter what. So this is his habit. So this is also expressed with the simple present tense, right? Then water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, this is general fact. Okay? So here we have expressed it with simple present tense. If I say the sun rises in the east, that is also general truth, universal truth, no one can change that. The earth revolves around the sun, that is also a general truth. So revolves is the first form of verb. Okay, so we express these general truths or general facts with simple present tense. Now here, next sentence, we fly to Goa on Monday, means this is our future schedule, we have planned. Okay, we will fly to Goa on Monday. We can also express it with simple present tense, and we can also represent this tense, means this action, in future tense also. Okay, so this is the future plan. Then he works at Microsoft, this is the present truth, means at present what he does, he works at Microsoft. Microsoft is the name of the company, it's a company. So works is the simple present tense. Okay, so my basic purpose to take these examples is to explain you where we use present tense, where we can use the simple present tense in when we want to express habits, general facts, future plan, present truth. Okay, now next thing is rules to write the simple present tense. First rule, we will study about writing the assertive sentence, positive sentence, normal statement sentence. What is the rule? Subject. In a sentence, we know that subject is there, which plays very important role. Subject is the action. Performer. Okay. Sometimes the subject does not perform any action, and in those sentences, we call those sentences as statement sentences. Okay. So subject plus verb first form, then s or es plus object. We discussed in our previous video also that where we need to use s or es and where we need to use the base verb only. I have written here also S or ES. And base verb, only the plain base verb without S or ES we use with first person, that is I. I is plural, we, you second person, they and plurals. Okay. For example, I have taken example here. He goes. He is singular. Verb first form is go. With that we have added ES. Because he is singular, so we have added ES to the base verb. Then we go. We is plural. With plural we need not to add S or ES. We can simply write go. Okay. Then in negative sentence, what is the rule? Negative sentences, subject plus do or does plus not plus verb first form plus object. Now where do we use do and where do we use does? Do is used with first person, second person and all the plurals. Okay. I, we, you, they and plurals. And does we use with all the singulars or third person, he, she, it and singulars. Okay, I have taken example here. He does not play. Does. Whenever we are using does or do, we use plain base verb, no S or ES, because we are using here do or does. So he does not play. Here he is singular. With singulars I told you we will use does. They do not play. They is plural. With they we will use do. Okay, not play. Then third form is interrogative forms, questioning sentences. What is the rule for that? Do or does plus subject plus verb first form plus object plus question mark, which is very important in this case. So question asking words we need to write in the beginning of the sentence, do or does. And as you already know, do we have to use with the plurals or first person, second person, does we have to use with the singulars. Example I have taken here, does he play? Do they play? We are asking questions here. Okay? Clear? Then another important thing is that in the statement sentences in which there is no action taking place, in those sentences we simply use is, am, are. Is used with singulars, am is used with I and are is used with plurals or we, right? Or you in the plural form. So statement sentences means in which no action is taking place. We are just telling about the state of the subject. Okay. For example, the weather is very pleasant. So the weather is subject here. Is the action verb, not action verb, but the helping verb, and that is acting as a main verb. But it is the statement sentence because no action is taking place. The weather is very pleasant today, right? The story is very interesting. I am very tired. Okay. So in such sentences we simply use I, am, are, but no action is being taking place, and these are the statement sentences, right? And then we have present continuous tense. Present continuous tense indicates those actions which are going on, which are still going on in the present time. Okay. So how do we express those sentences? The rule to write these sentences is subject plus is, am, are plus verb first form plus ing plus object. Now again, is we will use with singulars, am is used with first person I, and are is used with plurals. Okay. Example I have taken, she is sleeping. She is singular. So with she we have written is, means at present she is sleeping. Now if I have to write the negative form, what is the rule for that? Subject plus is, am, are plus not. We will simply add not here after the helping verb. Plus verb first form plus ing plus object. And what is the form to write it? I am not studying. So this is the negative form. I have used am here because the subject is I. I is the first person. Okay. Then another thing is the interrogative form of continuous tense. What is the interrogative form? Is, am, are, question asking words, helping verbs will be written in the beginning of the sentence. Then comes the subject, then we have verb first form, then ing, then object, and then question mark, which is very important. Example, are you going to attend the party? Now are is the question asking word. Because I have used you here, with you we always use are going to attend the party. Okay. Then another scenario is when we have to express some future, something which is going to happen in the nearest future. That can also be expressed in the present continuous tense. This is the example of that sentence in which we are expressing something to be happening in the future. Are you going to attend the party? Okay. So clear? I hope present tense, simple present tense and present continuous tense is clear to you. Now we will discuss about the past tense. By past means we talk about the time which is gone. Okay. So the actions that took place in the past time, those are written with the help of simple past tense. Okay, so simple past tense rule is subject plus verb second form plus object. Whenever we talk about the simple past tense, we always have to use verb second form. This is very important. Okay, so you should be clear with the verb second form, verb first form and verb third form also. Okay. Now here I have taken example. I played football. Played is the second form of verb for play. Okay. So no matter what is the subject here, whether singular, plural, I, we, you, they, he, she, it, with all the subjects we simply have to use verb second form. No other helping verb is used here. Then when we have to use, we have to write the negative form of the simple past. Rule is subject plus did plus not plus verb first form plus object. Now with all the subjects, whether it is I, we, you, they, he, she, it, singular, plural, whatever it is, we always use did. Unlike present tense. In case of simple present tense, we were using do or does, do with plurals, does with singulars, but here it is very easy to remember that with all the subjects, whether singular or plurals, first person, second person, third person, we always have to use did. And whenever we are using do, does or did in the sentence, remember this thing, we always have to use verb first form. Okay? So, subject plus did plus not plus verb first form plus object. Example I have taken, I did not play cricket. Okay. Then interrogative form, how we have to express that? Again, the question asking word or that helping word will come in the beginning of the sentence. Did plus subject plus verb first form plus object plus question mark. So we are asking the question here. Question mark is important here. Don't forget this. Example, did they attend the class? I forgot the question mark. Did they attend the class? So this is the questioning sentence. Did came in front of the sentence. They is the subject here. Attend is the verb first form, and then we have the object and question mark. Now here in this case also, if the sentence is in the sentence there is no action taking place, it's just a statement, means the subject is being described or we are telling something about the subject only. For example, the party was enjoyable, the weather was very pleasant. So in such kind of sentences we don't use any action words. So these are the statement sentences. We were happy. Okay, so in these sentences was or were is used, right? Then past continuous tense. Past continuous tense, by continuous we mean the action which is going on actions, but In present, action is going on in present time. When we talk about the past thing, means the action that was going on in the past time. Okay. So what is the rule for that? It's very simple. Subject plus was, were plus verb first form plus ing plus object and full stop. So was with singulars, were with plurals. First person, or we can say he, she, it. Here with first person also we will be using was. Okay. Were is used with we, you, they, plurals. We were dancing. Clear? Then subject plus was, were plus not plus verb first form plus ing plus object. This is the negative form of the past continuous tense. And example I have taken, she was not reading loudly. So some action which she was not doing. So we have expressed that with this thing. She was not reading loudly. Simply we need to add not here and nothing else. Then interrogative form, again the same thing. Was, were we need to use in the beginning of the sentence. Then the rest of the things will be subject plus verb first form plus ing plus object plus question mark. So example, was I running fast, or were they playing cricket? Question mark. Okay. So it is very easy. The continuous tense is very easy. It's just like the present continuous tense. The only difference is that in this case we are using is and are, and here we are using was, were. So it is easy for you to remember. So dear students, I hope you have understood the tense, the present tense, present continuous tense, simple past tense and past continuous tense. And I want all of you to watch this video again and again and revise your tenses properly. I will be sharing few assignments with you. Have a good day. Thank you.